Supporting young people with their mental health is a bit like planting a seed.
It takes a long time for a seed to grow into a tree.
Every seed is unique.
Some seeds need more light than others.
Others might need help to guide them in the right direction.
Children, like seeds, are unique.
And need the right spaces and places to thrive.
I've tried 21 people and they've not helped. I left school and I did some art therapy with one of the workers there, and I was finally starting to get comfortable around her. Then she just left out of nowhere, and then I was didn't have any work or school for a while, and then I was just passed back on to 6. But it's just a bit heartbreaking when they just leave without telling you, because then you're a bit like, I can't do anything now for another year, because it takes forever to get something.
Early help link everybody together, which is amazing, which is everybody speaking to each other. It takes the pressure off you as a parent, because it's a lot. You need to be with your child who's struggling, but you spend all your time making phone calls, emails, following things up. That would be really good if that key person was with you throughout.
It can take time to understand the conditions young people need to grow.
We need adults in different services to come together to help us make sense of how we feel.
Everybody needs a person who is like sunshine. Annie and Michelle have made me comfortable in the forest area, and they've helped me do something that I wouldn't have done without them. Michelle has taught me a lot, and I've not struggled at all at it. It's basically the same as Annie, she just helps and understands. Like, no matter what you're going through, she'll help and understand you.
Some of the best support I've gotten is from here or my parents, because having someone either you already know or feels like you would already know sometimes helps you open up to them. I think something that could improve mental health support is less of a timetable, because what I've seen from some people I know who've had issues with their mental health is sometimes they don't want to do it later on in the day or earlier on in the day. It's just like something they find triggering. It's hard to not have something that's on a timetable, but I suppose that's why sometimes it's easier to talk to people that are always there, like your friends or your parents. Maybe they could have a system where if you're feeling upset or angry, there's just someone who is just ready to listen. Sometimes it would be a bit better if things were a bit slower. Maybe we need more time to think, because you're not always feeling one emotion. You can feel one way, but look another way, because there's a duality of feelings.
I think they should just take small steps so then it's not as intense. Some people just won't give a care about the child, so then the child feels unwanted and uncomfortable. Is what I've felt quite a few times, when people just don't really care and they don't engage with you, they don't ask you how they are, they just get onto the job and say, well, if you go back to school then this will happen, even though your biggest fear is school.
I found education don't understand the healthcare pathway, and healthcare don't understand the education, especially when it comes to EHCP. And as a parent, I find I'm telling other parties what the other parties are doing in the process. So I think that key person who gets to know the young person especially, and the family, can be that voice.
It can feel like things get lost in translation. For instance, we received tips from occupational therapy, but this wasn't shared with the schools, so we then have to communicate this information, and it doesn't translate in the same way.
It can often feel like something's been passed on by a service, and sometimes it feels like it's been forgotten because there's a sense that someone else is dealing with it, but nobody ever actually chases it up, and then the parent or caregiver has to start again.
Not only can this affect the self-esteem of the young person, it can also have a huge impact on the caregiver and their mental health.
Feeling exhausted and very low about it all. We've had a recent assessment and report from the clinical psychology team. He's at the bottom centile for self-esteem. The report recommends urgent therapy to address his trauma and anxiety, and therapy for us to help sustain our therapeutic parenting. The government cut individual limit for therapy. We were asked to choose where to make the cuts. Obviously, we chose to cut our own therapy and retain all the direct work with him, which still had to be cut down a little. It's appalling.
It's
just starting to know people and having to repeat yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go into a situation, and I do it as well, and you come away after and think, oh, I didn't say such and such.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I'd said that. It's like you need to have an autobiography to hand over.
Yeah.
Pass over. This is who I am.
Yeah.
This is where I come from. This is what I think has caused it.
Yeah.
But I might not know. I might not.
Yeah.
It might not be correct what I'm telling you.
And sometimes it's all right not to know.
Yeah.
As well.
So we've had 2 really fabulous GPs, and both of them I didn't feel were trying to push me out the door, and therefore she's a trusted person.
This worker came to the team around the family meeting, voiced everything that I had been saying, and then miraculously everything got better because it wasn't just mum.
Yeah.
It was, look, this child is really struggling and you cannot expect her to do this. She was moving to another position, but she let us know a month in advance, linked us up with her new practitioner, and there was a crossover.
Yeah. There are ways in which information, learning, support and advice can be shared across services, like bees or butterflies cross-pollinating.
Speak to us.
Our experience
Might be different.
A consistent link person across services who can point everybody in the right direction.
An online system between services so that communication is clear and the individuals don't need to repeat themselves.
And so that everyone knows and understands the support needs and expected responses.
All services knowing what reasonable adjustments are needed and them being put in place and being consistent.
Crisis teams who can support immediately rather than the only option being A&E. A&E isn't the right place for a young person in a mental health crisis.
Providing children with an alternative space so that they don't feel hemmed in a less clinical environment for them.
Joint training between services so they understand how each other work and can better support the individual.
Some children who need love and care the most will always ask for it in the most unlovable ways. It is our duty as their adults to pull them close and nurture them in the best way for them so they can thrive and become successful adults.
Playing in sports and teams like cricket or football and using teamwork to succeed, that can help me with my mental health.
Spending time with animals helps my mental health.
Wild swimming helps with my mental health.
Being in nature really helps my mental health.
The support you get is often improved when you're given options from other places you've been to try out different ways of maybe boosting your self-esteem or helping your mental health, because sometimes it's not always correct on the first try. Sometimes you might need to go to maybe multiple things in a week just to see what you prefer and what you think is going to be best for you.
So just as a tree needs the right environment and support to grow, to be big and strong and happy in the world, so do our young people. Education is the light, healthcare is the water. We need those to work together at the right time and understand that an individual will progress and develop at their own pace. They shouldn't be forced into time frames and systems that don't support them to be the best they can be. Healthcare and education need to work together to support the individual.
Speak to us.
Our experience
Might be different.
The journey of a tree, from the tiny sapling on the forest floor to the ancient oak towering above the forest. All of them needed light, water and space to grow. Every tree will grow a different path. Some will become the wood of your cricket bat or the joists of your home. The boughs of the tree will become the houses and homes of birds and critters. The hollows will keep animals safe. But for all of this to happen, the tree needs to be able to spread its roots. Its epic network of veins and roots need to be able to spread. Its branches need to maximise the sun's saturation to allow them to stretch and relax into its permanent place in the copse, the glade, the wood, the forest, or even the world.
So, let's do it.
Let's co-create a root system where services can work together to provide the right conditions for young people to grow and thrive.
Pull up a chair and listen.